Welcome back to my channel. I have an unboxing of Pink and Main's September 2020 Crafty Courtyard kit. This is called Home Sweet Home. And I don't subscribe to their kits, but occasionally when I see something I like, I'll just buy it as a one-off. And so I just recently picked up 2 of their kits, and it's been a while since I've purchased their kits. Because in the past, this might have just been the ones that I happened to have picked up in the past, which I think was sometime last year or so, but I kind of didn't find that it had everything that I needed to really, fully finish a card, especially not in the way that I feel like the Tonic kits do, or the Crafter's Companion kits do. So it's been a while since I've actually purchased a Pink and Main kit, but I saw an unboxing. It just happened to come across my YouTube feed, and it seems like they've changed up what they're including in their kits these days. So I thought I would kind of take a browse and try out their kits again. So you always get a nice selection of cardstock and pattern papers, and on their little postcard that has a list of everything that you can find in the kit, you'll see a color palette for the kit, and they always coordinate everything so well. The quality of the cardstock that you get is really nice. It's from Basil. I think everything but the Ice Rink 110-pound cardstock, which is meant for your card bases, I think everything else is from Basil. This particular kit has really thick glitter card. Doesn't appear to be shedding, but it is a very rough glitter card, and it's very thick. So it's a really lovely selection of cardstock, always very high quality. The paper pad is 6x6. There's 24 sheets. They are double-sided, and they have a bit of a coating to them. I can't remember if that's always been the case, but they come loose, which I don't know if that's always been the case either, but it's not like, a paper pad that has that glued top edge. So that's kind of nice, and you do get 12 unique designs that are double-sided, and you get 2 of each. So on one side, you'll always kind of have your busier prints. So I'll go through those first. So these 2 appear to be the same, just a different color background. And this one appears to be the same, just on a smaller scale. But I think the pattern of the flowers is kind of the same repeat. So you get those. Then you have some checkered patterns, some little hearts. So these do tend to be a little bit more colorful, a little bit more busy. This is really pretty. Could use that as just, border strips even if you wanted. And this is really pretty too. This one might be my favorite. So those were the 12 unique patterns, and this is the back side of these 12. So it's nice that you get 2 sheets of each, because then you don't really have to pick between the 2. Now you get, and I think this seems to be maybe kind of the standard, is this is the full color palette. So those 5 pretty exactly match the color palette that's on their postcard. So it's really nice, and it's a really easy to use, sort of small all over print, kind of monochromatic tone on tone sort of design. So there's that. Then you get 3 colorways of this pattern. So the exact same pattern, just in 3 different colors. And then this is really pretty. It's kind of, again, the same thing, same pattern, just in 3 different colorways. Like a watercolor effect. It's really nice. I like it. So that's the 6x6 paper pad. Beautifully coordinates with the solid color cardstock that they give as well. And of course, this So also a perfect match. So you've got an embellishment sheet of kind of glitter dots. They're sort of translucent, really, really pretty, and in a variety of different sizes. It looks to be 3 different sizes. And I like that they're not too like dimensional in terms of the height. So they're still relatively flat. So still easy to ship. Then in this kit, we get some ribbon in 5 different styles, and it says about 1 yard of each. So you get them in the color palette for the month. And you always get 4 envelopes, and that's why they include the 2 sheets of ice rink, 110-pound ice rink papers, because you can make 4 card bases from that. And then you've got your 4 envelopes to match. Then we have a sequin pack. Really, really pretty. And it's kind of got an Aurora Borealis kind of effect to it, because if you kind of tilt them, the color changes a little bit. But they are, yeah, I think they're all the same size. Really, really pretty. Kind of reminds me of almost mermaid colors. And then we get glitter tape in green, and you get 4 feet of this. This looks like a very Christmassy color. It's a very Christmassy green to me. We get a little bottle of glossy accents, which is always really nice. You can use it to add dimension, that sort of glossy shine, but it's also just can be used as an adhesive too. So it is, a medium that you can use for that. But most of the time, you would use it to just add that glossy shine. I tend to use diamond glaze, so it'll be interesting to try this out and see, if it differs in any way. This is new to me too. It's kind of like a Scotch tape, but it's got a pattern to it. Sort of doily mandala kind of repeated pattern, I think. Yeah, I think it's the same pattern, just repeated. So it'll be interesting to see how to use that and incorporate that. It feels stickier than like a washi tape. And one of the things that I found that it was a very notable difference to the card kits these days is that you get a stamp and coordinating die set. Whereas in the past, I felt like we got a stamp, and a lot of times it was a stamp that it didn't have like enough things to enough components to really compose a card. Like a lot of times I felt like the sentiment was missing. You didn't have like a sentiment stamp, or like enough little kind of graphics to really create a nice composition. And I think it did always include dies, but they were standalone dies more often than not. And so you might get little tag dies or banner dies or like badge dies, a small set like that. So it's really nice that the die set is larger now and coordinates with the stamp set. So I always love a coordinating die set because I'm not very good at fussy cutting. So it's really nice that pretty much all of the stamped images will have a coordinating die to go with it. And the 2 kits that I bought, both of the stamps are kind of similar in that they are very solid stamps. So it's not the kind of stamp that's just an outline and then you would color it in. It's sort of more of almost like a silhouette but with a pattern. So I think that's really different and unique for me in terms of what I have in my craft room. And it's really nice that now you get a variety of stamps, you get sentiments, and you can really build up a full composition for a card. And I love that we get the coordinating dies to go with it. And then it seems like most of the time you get a stencil and sometimes also an embossing folder. So this time it's just the stencil, but it's this really nice, I don't know the name of this pattern, but it kind of reminds me of the spirograph sort of patterns, but it's really nice. So that's really kind of cool to have included. And of course, we get the little button or flare. This is a little butterfly, it looks like. So really pretty. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have fun playing with this kit, and I really like. It almost reminds me. It sort of has a Nordic feel to it. This sort of style. So, which is something that I'm really liking these days. I just bought a bunch of other stuff that sort of has that Nordic patterning to it. But yeah, really awesome kit. Definitely gonna have fun creating some cards with it, and when I do, I will be sure to link to those that video at the end of this one. Thank you again for joining me, and until my next video, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye!